popular out of the 150 Psalms, certainly, and it might well be one of the most important pieces of Scripture in the entire Bible. So week after week, Mother Emily, Denise, our chaplain and pastoral care director, and I have been reflecting together because the theme for our church this year is comfort. Finding, experiencing, receiving, and sharing comfort. We know that it is tough out there right now. We know when it's tough out there, it needs to be warm and welcoming and gentle and supportive and sweet in here. And this is why we've been spending time in Lent. And even in the beautiful glow after Deacon Steve's memorial, it is even more poignant and more powerful, the 23rd Psalm. I'm privileged to have the final couplet, the 6th verse of the Psalm, in which the psalmist brings this magnificent reflection to a close. And it's so polite in English. Surely goodness and mercy have followed me all the days of my life, and I will dwell in the house of the Lord forever. You know this language, right? Yes. It's so genteel and it's so polite in English. The Hebrew, not so much. The Hebrew word for goodness conveys a strength. Grace would be a Christian way. It is God's intention to give us what we need in the moment that we need them. We need strong goodness standing right next to us. I need goodness. John, I need you. Please, right now. Could you please? I need some goodness. The psalmist wasn't talking right here. Shoulder to shoulder, strong, because we need closer than that. We need strength. We need goodness is strong. Goodness conveys that strength, and goodness knows how to follow. I mean, follow, because life is uncertain, and I mean, things can happen this way and that. And so we need goodness to be right next to us. But the psalmist says it's not just goodness. Oh no, we get something else too. We get mercy is the terrible English translation. The word is chesed in Hebrew. And it means love that never gives up. It's stubborn, it's persistent, it's gentle, and it never leaves you. Come on. I can't think of a better loving kindness right here, please. Really close. Okay, I need close. Come on. We need close. Loving kindness. We don't need it far away. We need it right next to us all the time. The psalmist says that goodness and chesed, loving kindness, will not follow. The Hebrew word means to pursue or hunt us. I love that. Because I know sometimes life can get kind of uncertain. It breaks out, of where we're supposed to be. It can go left. It can go right. But goodness and mercy have got to be right next to us all the time. They've got to find us in where we are in our lives. When you come to church, you need to feel goodness and mercy, loving kindness, the strength, the grace of God blessing us right next to us. When you leave this church, you've got to know loving kindness and God's goodness. As a matter of fact, the final verse of the couplet says, "And I will dwell in the house of the Lord forever." The psalmist isn't just talking about the temple or an exterior building. Does anybody remember Mother Emily last week beautifully said, that the enemies, the opponents that we encounter in life aren't exterior. They're interior. We bring them with us in our lives. That was a profound reflection from Emily last week. Anybody remember that? Those of you that were here? I believe that the psalmist is talking this week about God's dwelling not being exterior, not even in a church, as awesome as this church is. But God builds a dwelling place inside the human heart. This is where God's temple really is. Jesus talks about it all the time. It's in you. So goodness and mercy might be exterior feelings side by side, and they feel pretty good. But they can also be embedded right here in the human heart. Does everybody understand what I'm trying to say? It's really critically important to get this part of Psalm 23. Let's pick somebody. Let's try it out for a moment. Oh, I don't know, Jordy. This is a fine woman, and I want her to experience some grade A goodness and mercy, you guys, right there. Okay, does it feel good?
It's wonderful.
Isn't it feel good? Yeah. And so this is God. By the way, goodness and mercy might be sitting right next to you. Because, you know, the Bible says that God can show up with the people that you're supposed to be closest to. You might just tuck in a little bit. Oh, I'm so tempted. But I won't do it. You might just even feel a little good. You got both in one package, sir, right there. A little goodness and mercy. That's right. You can snuggle up to goodness and mercy. It's okay. You can do that. You can do that. Snuggle right up. All right. See, because that's how goodness and mercy are supposed to feel. Doesn't it feel great? When we pass the peace of the Lord, this is how it's supposed to feel. This is what God wants. As we enter into this Holy Week, it is an intense time. It is 7 days of watching Jesus lay down his life to give us a new life. I don't want you to forget, in any service that we do, about goodness and mercy. Now, if you need to be greeted at the peace by goodness and mercy, just come right over and ask. I'm just going to ask them to be extra gentle today. But you may also just hug the person you're next to and thank God that they're there. And if you happen to be single, I'm fine, hug away. That's why we do it, right? Fine with me. Dating as well. Yeah, Caroline's good. So, friends, surely goodness and mercy will haunt us and stick to us all the days of our